Hey everybody. Welcome to the live stream. What's up, Steven? Yeah, today I'm going to be taking a break from commissions, kind of work on stuff for my personal collection, or I don't know, whenever I finish it, I'll have it available for sale if anybody wants it. But I'm going to be working on the now number one hero, Endeavor from My Hero Academia. I basically made this figure from an All Might, McFarlane All Might figure. It's kind of just something I've been kind of working on with Extra Sculpt from commissions. And yeah, it's a Colossus head and armor from Onslaught for the shoulder pads. And yeah, everything else is sculpted. So pretty much did all the sculpt work, and then I just gotta do some painting. Let me double check, make sure all the streams are working on Facebook and Twitch. Looks like we're good.
I just want to say to everybody, my friends here, they all know the words to this song, and I've never released it. So, whatever. We're gonna turn the music up a little bit. Here we go, y'all ready? We're gonna do like this. How you like your chicken, girl? 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 Down in the South, we like that chicken that's nasty.
Sarath, what's up, man?
I'm asking y'all to pass me. Deep fried, got it on my mind like all the time, boo. Tell me what you want, tell me who you with. We'll do that drive-through. I rolls with the colonel, you can call me the lieutenant. I got plenty mouths to feed, and the chicken is best in original recipe.
Hey, Jamie.
So bitches, you testing me. I fucks with the foul so much you don't need a referee. So don't try to step to me. Kentucky
Hot.
me.
I see what you did there.
With that old Sanders pedigree. Dressed in all white with a bow tie that hangs down. Bring it to your knees, clown. Put that Mickey D's down. We like them biscuits with that grease dripping. When I roll through with my whole crew, got the police stripping. Watch as we teach wisdom. Come get your piece, children. And when they ask you how you like it, say like me. Listen, how you like your chicken, girl? How you like your chicken, girl?
Not a whole lot, Jamie. Staying busy. Got a lot of custom Funko Pops and commissions to work on, but felt like taking a break, doing something for me. Good detail on this character. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie on Facebook is a fellow toy customizer. Does very good work as well. What's the name of your customs, or the screen name that you go by? Like Outcast Customs or something?
And all y'all haters get that military tea. Bet it tastes like chicken, what I'm saying, so please, because the colonel in me will give y'all the heart disease. How you like your chicken, girl? 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 How you like your chicken,
Outcast
girl?
Customs, that's right, with the
How you like your chicken, girl?
cast with a K.
How you like your chicken, girl?
Yeah, he does really good work.
How you like your chicken,
So.
girl? Yeah. All these other rap cats act like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact.
What kind of stuff are you working on, Jamie?
Like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact. This is Galactus, eating a planet for breakfast. This is you having a death wish. What you left with? Just some nerd rap. That's the paramedics if they ever freaking heard of that. Murk with the mouth when I be spouting off. R.I.P. MCA, oh my god, it's a freaking sabotage. Orange bubble vest on, Mac fly like Marty and Doc Brown. Flux capacitor, join the party. Cause all these villains are sand snakes in an hourglass. Watch the clock tick, every single hour pass. I stay writing in my mad scientist lab. Gomez, Adam Swag, Wednesday, Adam Sass. Skills of a paladin, mind of a world class. Level up on the grind, watch me as I do it fast. Had I made rap so you wouldn't have to do that. Change clothes fast, as a matter of fact, it's live. All these other rap cats act like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact. All these other rap cats act like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact. Hey yo, rapping like my life depended on it. When I break through the atmosphere, supersonic. Music's free, my friends, so if you didn't want it, well then you should've closed the browser when you came upon it. Oh my god, it's the rap Scott Summers. I chart numbers and drop wonders that make you wanna stop and call someone live. Adam Dunn did it again.
We're going Ghostbuster Projects, looks like Dark Knights Metal,
Watching episodes of Borgia on Netflix or Amazon.
Silverhawk series. Nice, man. Yeah, you stay busy.
Gotta be honest, man. I mix the hip hop with the nerdcore so easily. Unassuming strength like my name's Ron Weasley. I even pulled off a fatality in MK. Yo, I gotta say it was a good day. All these other
Busy is good.
act like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact. All these other rap cats act like cat, they're lying. I understood that reference, no question. Pop culture raps, haven't got your back. No one does it better, as a matter of fact.
In bed, and I feel fine. All of this guilt, I mean, out of my mind. Out of my mind.
Pardon me. I'm sorry, but my wife was waiting for a skin graft, and I couldn't help but overhear. Were you just using a synthesizer?
Nope.
So you mean to tell me that all of those sounds were coming from your body?
Yup.
I'm the president of rap music,
Oh, snap.
and I need to work with you right away. You give me a call.
Yeah, I will.
I just don't think I would be as good as I was when I was 21. So I think I'd rather just quit with my entire body of work behind me. And those are my good years.
Woke up and broke the alarm. Another sad Sunday and waking up is hard, but it's clock in, clock out. Need to give it a rest with marks on my skin and this pain in my chest. Back to the grindstone.
I just realized I didn't change the title. I don't know if I can do that right now, but I'll change it later.
It's a gift. Wrapped in razor wire to leave your neck slit. Life is a stain. Chance of a brain. Don't know the rules, so you can't win the game. Every day is the same. Went from reckless to tame. Growing as a person and learning to be a team. Try to remember how this ever felt good. Standing above the crowd, just one misunderstood. With a broke heart and a pocket full of bad habits. Gold was a hologram, you're never gonna grab it.
Thank you, Reggie. Thanks for joining the stream.
It's just what happens when it isn't fun anymore. When I look back on everything I've done and what is it for? When the total sum is a puddle of blood on the floor and every reward is funneled back into the company store, I think it's time I have to ask myself some hard questions and either come up with an answer quick or start guessing that I'm far past the part where I should do some arm wrestling and honest reflection that I'm probably doing more harm than blessing.
More people on Facebook than Twitch today. Wonder what that's about. Whatever.
Those are my good years.
Yeah, Jimmy. I pretty much do. I do everything hand painting. Haven't really tried it. Tried airbrushing yet. Something I want to get into. I just haven't had the time and work area set up ready for doing airbrushing. Yeah, one of these days I'll look into, or I'll kind of play around with airbrushing, but I can, like, I know hand painting, so I just go and just do that.
Last name feelings, first name I've got.
So many ready for any 20-minute time slot. Throw your confetti, I'm rolling heavy on a broad walk. Shining light on societal blind spots. Call the Vice Squad, call the Night's Watch on me. I'm a half black rapper, half white walker zombie. I know you never heard it drop one and Rocky, but you're gonna wanna have us on your iPod promptly. Went against the grain and they portrayed me as a rebel. I don't wanna change the game, I wanna play a different level. And this beat is so goddamn dope, no joke. I almost wish it could have stayed an instrumental. I've been following a dream since barely 18. Suckers dare to compare like they're the same thing. But if this was just another harebrained scheme, why am I flyer than an airplane wing? And we jump like we never had to walk on solid ground. And we rock like we don't know how to turn the volume down. And we dance like we never wore a tux or ballroom gown. You'll know when you see us, cause we work like we didn't have an ocean between us. Born in this form, I was forged in a furnace, and I only want your support when I've earned it. So save your money till you're sure I deserve it. Until then, download it, torrent and burn it. I'm not concerned with Grammys or clout. I'd rather hitch the galaxy and read the Salmon of Doubt. No friends, only fam is the chant that we shout. Trying to make the world better and our families proud. It's just a matter of time before we get to the top. On the rise like Legos and Tetris blocks.
You're gonna go to the gym for some judo. Alright, man. Thanks for stopping by. Have a good workout. Choke somebody out. Oh wait, that's jiu-jitsu. Never mind. Chip somebody up. That's for judo, right? Flip somebody over. Putting together something more than the sum of its parts. Not afraid to make my debut and jump the shark. All I need is a running start. And we jump like we never had to walk on solid ground. And we rock like we don't know how to turn the volume down. And we dance like we never wore a tux or ballroom gown. You'll know when you see. I may have lost my my Asian card, not knowing my martial arts. Christine on Twitch. Hey. How am I doing? I'm doing okay. Got my Avatar shirt in. I don't know if you can see it. Got it from T Fury. Pretty happy about it. As I came in the mail yesterday, I was like, I'm gonna wear this for my stream. How are you doing, Christine? You might sketch some. You should. You know, unless you're worn out or stressed out, then you don't. But it wasn't until earlier I realized that Proton's also streaming today. So, whoops. To be fair, Tuesdays is sort of gonna be. Tuesdays is always. Sundays and Tuesdays is gonna be my regular thing. So, he's imposing on my turf. And I'm the one that gave him the Taco Tuesday idea. Just messing with my own, just sabotaging myself. Yeah, we'll figure it out later. Or we'll just fight about it. Something like that. One of the two. Can't get the streamy bunch to fight. Oh, watch me. Not with that attitude. Sooner or later, we're gonna start getting mad. Me and Proton are gonna get mad at each other. We're gonna start fighting, and then we're gonna judge who wins based on which stream that you come to hang out on. Christine.
Take a pic with a fan line. Nice to meet you, man. Cause everything is nerdcore these days. From Walmart t-shirts to pop radio DJs. Why not stick with the ones that know it best? Just to get it off your chest. Just in case it don't impress, like. I know you see me on the video. True. I know you heard me on the radio. True. No, you didn't, cause I ain't that big. You only know who I am cause of the internet, kid. Mid-level indie, still got it in me. To grind till I get to the top, I won't stop. This goes out to all the artists trying to make it. We probably won't, we'll still die broken, nameless. Mid-level indie, still got it in me. To grind till I get to the top.
And congratulations on getting Twitch affiliate, Christine. And anybody listening to this or watching this stream, go follow my friend Christine at Stein Brunson on Twitch. She does some great digital art and coloring.
Because I time slid and came back, strapped like cable with guns. Big ones that shoot right off of my tongue. And I won't stop till I'm done, until I drop a metric ton on them. I do my best to make the music that you can bump. Like when you're feeling down and out or got some time during lunch. That's what nerdcore means to me. Just a big family tree, group wrapping its branches around you and me. We keep the bad out, let the good in, can't you see? And we don't quit from adversity. I know you see me on the video. True. I know you heard me on the radio. True. No, you didn't, cause I ain't that big. You only know who I am cause of the internet, kid. Mid-level indie, still got it in me. To grind till I get to the top, I won't stop. This goes out to all the artists trying to make it. We probably won't, we'll still die broken, nameless. Mid-level indie, still got it in me. To grind till I get to the top, I won't stop. This goes out to all the artists trying to make it. We probably won't, we'll still die broken, nameless. I know you see me on the video. I know you heard me on the radio. No, you didn't. Adam Warrock. What?
What kind of sketch are you going to be working on, Christine? Kaiser 0805. welcome to the chat, or welcome to the stream. Glad you actually made it. And thank you for the follow, by the way. Yeah, this was a lot of sculpt work. It's kind of something I've been kind of doing, like little by little, in between other projects. So I figured I'd dedicate this stream to just kind of working on this figure for a few hours. This is a new bottle of red paint, so there it is. Need to make some sketches for Thursday's vote. Are you gonna draw She-Hulk, Christine? She-Hulk, Inosuke from Demon Slayer, Lancer from Deltarune. That's suggested by viewers yesterday. Nice. Now, Christine, do you sketch digitally as well, or do you do that by hand? Gonna do it digitally in Clip Studio. Got it. Cool, cool, cool. That makes sense. So you don't have to scan it later.
What's wrong? wrong, Cher?
You know what happens when I touch somebody. You want to end up in the hospital?
Maybe it's worth it, no?
It's a different kind of intimate, and I'm lucky to know her even a little bit. People try to say our love isn't legitimate because we can only ever be friends without benefits. But it don't make a bit of difference in the world.
This figure's heavy. There's a lot of sculpt. There's a lot of sculpt on this guy. If he drops, it's gonna take a lot with him. Is this the for fun one that I've been doing on the side? Yes, yes. Because I found GameStop, I think during Memorial Day weekend, I think GameStop had like a sale on the My Hero figures, and I got like an All Might figure for like $5, maybe like $6. And so I was just like, oh, let me go snag one of these. So I can make an Endeavor. And you know, I normally don't really care about Endeavor until like the most recent episodes of My Hero. I was like, oh, he's actually kind of cool. So I was like, let me make this guy. I mean, and I'm willing to sell it if somebody's wanting to buy it. But if anything, it'll look good with my it'll look good with my other My Hero figures that I still have. He's got a good story development in the manga. Yeah. Okay. I haven't read any of the manga yet. I've just been kind of watching. I haven't been wanting. I've been wanting to not get spoiled by reading the manga. Kaiser says GameStop I go to has the variant All Might for really cheap. Yeah. I got the variant version as well. Yeah, I also got that for like something like $4 or $5, like the Bronze Age one. So, and yeah, I thought about reading the manga, but I'm also like really behind on like regular comic books. It's hard enough keeping up with all the books that we have to read for the podcast, you know, Earth's Mightiest podcast that I co-host, all the Avengers and the X-Men books that are coming out. So it's just like, yeah, I can probably just wait for the anime and the movies to come out. Plus, sitting down to read doesn't let me work at the same time, you know. Like, at least while I'm watching something, I can kind of work on toys, because I feel like I just got this workaholic mindset where I just feel like if I'm doing something, if I can work and do something at the same time, I should be doing that. Trying to be as productive as possible. It's the 9 to 5 mindset in my head still, I guess.
Give it up one more time for Johnny, Jamie, and Aaron.
That's one reason why you watched dubs over subs most of the time. Can't read subtitles while drawing. Yes, I feel the same way. And I do prefer subs. I really do. But the dubs aren't that bad nowadays. Like, they're not awful like they used to be.
Oh hi, I'm that guy. Long trench coat and a cool bow tie. Here to give a little more than whatever you're looking for, so put away your smartphone. Check my mind, and I know every universe, every timeline, every time that a character you're thinking of from Star Wars, every show to space, every Jedi, every Sith man. I'm that guy, and I beat battle toads. Yes, I'm a dungeon master. Stay through the credits and Avengers, every film that I'm watching, don't you know? Cause there's something after. Oh, here, I'll spoil it for ya, cause it wasn't even really that great. So don't bother wasting your time here. Let me recommend you something better anyway. I wrote petitions for every show that I'm missing, and my gamer score is dope. I get every item and I finish every mission. Who's that they're casting in it? What's that they're doing, man? I gotta sign on, gotta get on the message board, give you my opinion, cause my childhood's ruined. Here's the top 10 of my biggest influences. Check. Number 1, Star Wars. Number 2, comics. Number 3, Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit. Number 4, Mario. Number 5,
Yeah, they have, subtitles have come a long way.
Simpsons. Number 9, TV.
I mean, the dubbed versions have come a long way.
All sold out, feel all together if you with me now. Nerds ruin everything. Say nerds ruin everything. Nerds ruin everything. Say nerds ruin everything. Yeah. What would you say if I said I could probably quote everything that was said in a movie or a television show that we watch? Maybe we can have a conversation instead. How nerds hate you, basically every single bit of the culture in you. Unless you were a jock or a bully in school, but you probably still love Iron Man too. I am lying.
Kaiser, have you started working on that
We could try and
that Sue or the Froppy figure yet?
back in the day, all the same stuff, it was bad just the same.
You were asking me about the base figures and
That's great. We yell 'cause we care so much.
and stuff like that.
It's a bit too far, but I wouldn't trade it for a single thing in the world. If it don't get you heated, then you're doing it wrong.
Or at least I think that was you, if I remember right.
Comic fans, y'all cats look silly when you're getting so mad like you're written in Comic Sans. So when you say nerds ruin everything, why not? 'Cause we doing everything, and you just can't escape. Every web page all around you can't do anything. I don't think that nothing's ruined. Man, I think we make it better. But if you wanna sing along with the song, then maybe everyone can just say it together. Nerds ruin everything. Nerds ruin everything. Say nerds ruin everything. Nerds ruin everything. Yeah. Come on. So when you say nerds ruin everything, probably mad 'cause you're doing everything, and you just can't escape. Every web page all around you can't do anything. I don't think that nothing's ruined. Man, I think we make it better. But if you wanna sing along with the song, then maybe everyone could just sing it together.
It says not yet. I was gonna buy the base figure tomorrow. Want to do a bit with the figure without spending too much. Yeah, I don't blame you. But like I said, you can get the band Presto figures. I think you know, like they're pretty much like I mean, they're Chinese knockoffs, but you can get them. You can get like the first and second set for like less than $20 each. Like, it's like 6 figures. So those are the figures that I use the heads for most of the My Hero characters.
I'm flyer than a bluebird. I'm sicker than a blue germ. All my Reed Richards laying down a foundation for the future. I pave a new lane when I'm playing this.
And like I mean, they pretty much look pretty accurate. Like, just like the skin tones are probably like slightly off, but other than that, they're pretty accurate to the originals. Because otherwise, you're gonna pay at least $20 for the official Band Presto ones. You know, I feel like that's kind of a lot for like a 2-inch figure that you're gonna rip the head off of. another stream where I talk about decapitation, Christine. That's how I roll.
Together puzzle pieces of the bigger picture. Every single syllable delivered as if it was scripture. And I'm gripping the clip with an itchy chrono trigger finger. Spitfire, cold burning trash talk. Devil rhyme assault, old dirty bad trot. One half Sasquatch, other half axe cop. I draft on my rap backwards and
Action figure alchemist. That's awesome. I should use that. I just need the gloves so I can just go and then I wish I could do that. Just make it into whatever figure I want.
My mom told me there'd be days like this, but she never told me nights existed. I couldn't deal with the dark, so I asked to keep the hallway lights on. You know I insisted. And my sister used to whisper from the other room, like it'll be okay, baby brother, you'll fall asleep soon. I think a part of her just wanted me to stop talking, so she wouldn't have to listen to the fears that I kept inside, and those tears that you know I once cried. I didn't have many friends growing up, and so I lost myself inside a mind full of my own designs. See, when the lights went out, that's when nothing happened. Nothing scared me more than thinking maybe nothing mattered. Nothing was the place that people would go to die, and the silence was the sounds I heard after a fight. Cause my parents used to yell and scream after words telling me that they were sorry that I had to see all I'd seen. But I never forget, so I distracted myself with other things inside of these magazines. My mom told me there'd be days like this, but she never told me nights existed. I couldn't deal with the day-to-day 9 to 5, so at night, that's when I made it my mission to make the music, cause really it's all that I could do. Cause I was miserable, man, straight through and through. I didn't have many friends that I trusted, so I kept making these tunes. It's like internal combustion. When there's a fire inside, it never gets dark, does it? You don't believe me? Go and ask my cousin. Lived a life hiding the things that made him who he is. I hope he's happy, man, you know that I love him, yo. That's the kind of shit you're stuck with in long nights and long drives and those big shining lights. They drown out the darkness, make you feel better. Man, whatever, maybe I've grown accustomed. My mom told me there'd be days like this, but she never told me nights existed. Like when I think about my past and the future coming for me, the mistakes I made, you know. Now I'm wishing that maybe I saved some more money, kept in touch. Maybe I treated my exes a bit better. Maybe this life is gonna
Alright, Christine, enjoy your dinner.
Not sure if I'll keep it together. Or maybe after all the blood, sweat, and tears, maybe after years of pushing this boulder up a hill, nothing will matter, and the people, man, they're bound to forget. I'll just fade away, read these words in my will. These are the things that I'm afraid of, and it's funny cause these are the same things that I'm made of. And now when darkness falls, I can't get to sleep. These are the kind of things I think when I stay up. My mom told me there'd be days like this, but she never told me nights existed. So now I stay up at night waiting for a sign. Maybe it's coming, just be quiet and listen. Just be quiet and listen.
What wonder if there's a way to update the title of the stream. Yes, I think it is. Custom Endeavor action figure.
Down in the south, we like that chicken that's nasty. Coleslaw, mashed potatoes, I'm asking y'all to pass me. Deep fried, got it on my mind like all the time, boo. Tell me what y'all want when you're in the whip, coming through that drive-thru. I rose with the colonel, you can call me the lieutenant. I got plenty mouths to feed, so this chicken is best in. Original recipe, and bitches, you testing me. I fucks with the foul so much you gon' need a referee. So don't try to step to me. Kentucky is repping me. A long-standing
Cool,
family
and
with
updated.
Colonel Sanders pedigree. Dressed in all white with a bow tie that hangs down. Bring it to your knees, clown. Put that Mickey D's down. We like them biscuits with that grease dripping. When we ride through with the whole crew, got the police stripped in. Watch as we teach wisdom. Let's get your peace, children. And when they ask you how you like it, say like me. Listen, how you like your chicken, girl? Extra crispy. 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 Oh hell, and he just shot up the combination Taco Bell, Pizza Hut, cause he doesn't give a fuck about your clientele. Because it's war on these clown MCs. Herbs and spices, the combination. Make my eyes bleed. Plucking the chicken and now he's looking the chicken and now he's eating the chicken and knows he's so good. Because he's looking because it's good for the sticking and now you're fixing to get off in your neighborhood. Yeah, and he's making it rain like every day or something. Living it up while he's giving a bucket away, driving an Escalade or something. Young Cats is oval, red and Bacher, corny and pop. But he's got the product you want, and you know it don't stop. S-A-N to the D-E-R-S, and we're making that progress here to harvest all them dollars while stocking college apartments. So best to take a knee when you're fucking with the KFC, and all y'all haters get that military D. Bet it tastes like chicken, what I'm saying, so please, because the colonel and me will give y'all the heart disease. How you like your chicken, girl? Extra crispy. How you like your chicken, girl? Extra crispy.
My playlist likes this song a lot.
Now this is not another one that got away song. This is about the one I made a huge mistake on. I'm gonna tell you some things that'll make your face palm, and you'll be glad to know I left and then I stayed gone. Before it all went way wrong, it seemed great. We met each other with no strings and a clean slate. Everything to make a new relationship begin to blossom. We had so many things in common, it was awesome. She was all that I could think of for a solid week. Every night talking on the phone until we'd fall asleep. And then we'd wake up and every day was chat and text. That's why it caught me off guard with what happened next. I guess I just expected too much from her, cause she seemed to hit all of the keywords in my custom search. And as we grew as lovers, I would soon discover I'd regret we never met and wish we never knew each other. Have you ever thought you really got to know a person, and then you learn that you were being shown a phony version. If that makes me shallow, she was off the deep end. And these are the reasons we could never be friends. She likes Star Wars, I like Star Trek. She obviously watched it but thought that it was far-fetched. And I haven't even said the worst part yet, that she preferred Kirk when clearly Picard's best. My aching heart made it hard to stay impartial when she said she loved DC and hated Marvel. And there was nothing more sure to make us argue than when we tried to sit and pick a favorite cartoon. She told me she would like me better as a brony, but if she don't like Adventure Time, she'll never really know me. And nothing was worse than getting my feelings hurt, agreeing on Ghostbusters, but not on who the real ones were. And that slap in the face left a bad aftertaste, cause I'm a Mac and she was PC.
Kaiser on Twitch asks if I were to make another pro hero, who would it be? Let's see. I really, I have some ideas to make. What's the name of the Red Wing guy? Have some cool ideas to make him. Richie on Facebook asks, is this Tribe 1? Yes, it is. My friend Niles, aka Tribe 1. Ah, his name is Hawk. That makes sense. But yeah, I'd like to make him and the. I'm really bad with names on that show. I can never remember their names, but yeah, Hawk and I think the bunny girl would be pretty cool to make.
Here's a song called Street Cred, guys.
Enough of that feelings bullshit, guys.
If you want to dance, feel free to dance. But don't hit Chris, the cameraman.
Yo, this is about what it was like growing up.
Yes, I was an indie cat, and yes, I listened to more than rap music. Hope you don't mind. Back in '99, I was just as into Black Star as I was into my electric guitar. These days, that still persists. I still don't get kids that think that rap is bullshit. Just like don't get rap kids think that indie folk hits ain't dope enough to bump in the whip. DJ Quick was the lick, and I moshed in the pit when I used to rock my airwalk kicks. And if Gambino's the only black kid at a Sufjan concert, guess I'm the only Asian kid into Nada Surf. My influences growing up was Paul Simon's Graceland, walking through the wasteland. It's in my waistband, Fat Boys to Nico Kaysen. I love the tunes like Fuse in the face, man. I don't know, I just love me some music. I don't know, I just hear it and use it. I don't know, is that hipster or indie? Lost my street cred, what the fuck has gotten into me? I don't know, I just love me some music. I don't know, I just hear it and use it. I don't know, is that hipster or indie? Lost my street cred, what the fuck has gotten into me? Yo, really I don't care, really I don't mind. Tell me I'm something rare, tell me I'm out of line. Tell me I can't, that's the first obstacle that I'll knock down. I'm in your face pulling my chop down. And they're like, that's the rapper that makes that mean shit about that pop culture. You seen him, hit stages, rock built hip-hop. I got skills, bones crush, I got pills, not fight from Knoxville. I'm from Memphis, the Tigers and the Pyramids. Southern influence to hearing this, yeah. Cause Jesus drives a Harley, the devil wears Prada. Religions like Seinfeld, all that yada yada. Africa, Bambada, Jimmy Carter, the Godfather, Don Corleone and his daughters. But still I'm where it's harder, getting caught up on soccer, reading comics and rocking the microphone so proper. Me and Vince take Vampire Weekend, mash it up and make some dope beats in, rockin' till our toes hit the beach. And our
I just realized that that's now the was it the number 2 and 3 heroes? I just went in order.
I don't know, is it hipster or indie? Lost my street cred, what the fuck has gotten into me? Yeah. It's a Vampire Weekend sample. If anybody cares. Are they still relevant? Thank you.
Kaiser, after you make Froppy,
Every creature
what do you want to work on next?
and hopes of mankind. Therefore, it has no boundary.
Yeah. See, I can live my life as basic C++, and I can't see in the dark while I'm stuck here in this rut, and I'm left here with this water and a drought that's tough. Ballin' like James Naismith, trying to keep the basket up. Cause the rain comes, don't it? When it falls, it pours until the call's at your door, settling the score. And the swamps claim your friends, and the mirror shows more that these hands that used to be so strong. I know, past the trials to the oracle, gave her a name. Luck Dragon was your friend, and you loved him the same as you did every dream that you held inside. Let that light burn bright as a flame. Doing your thing, cause it started from the sea of possibilities. And you're fighting for your life, so probably it's doubtful that you'll make it out alive of this prophecy. And the pain is never ending, so honestly, this is the nothing. Watch you consume everything you touch, every dream that you loved so much. This is the nothing. Watch you consume everything you touch, every
You might make a Ryu and Ken set from Street Fighter. All right. I always kind of thought about making some Street Fighter figures, but I don't know, the Nika or NECA and they kind of made some really good Street Fighter figures already, like Sota. So I decided not to do it.
Just a grain of sand lost between all the wars in your head and the things that seem so important when you were much younger than a teen. You can think of the friends that you lost, all the memories you had, good and bad, and the times when you stopped just to take a look around at the story that you're forming. Cause it's never ending, keeps unraveling, keeps going on and on through the times and the lands, and till you're flying past the places where you had that last chance to save those things that slipped away, where it tried to consume you to the last that you gave. Yeah, give it a name and give it a history. Give it a place in your heart, kill the misery. Don't let the shadows creep and take away everything. Because the light, it never fades, never ends, never finishing.
Because people have begun to lose their hopes and forget their dreams. So the nothing grows stronger.
What is the nothing?
It's the emptiness that's left. It is like a despair.
Yeah, the Sota figures are super
And
expensive.
I have been trying to help it.
The Figma ones are too, and like I said, when I told you to go on Wish, Wish has some knockoff versions that are actually really decent. It'll take forever for you to get it, but you're gonna spend like way less. Especially if you're doing it for customizing, I think it's definitely worth doing. Soda went out of business? I didn't know that.
Paladins, white and black mages, back to back.
Dustin on Facebook. What's up, man? Thanks for joining the stream. And yes, I am doing well. I hope you and Danielle are doing well. Dustin is a great artist as well. Met him I think at SC Comic Con in Greenville, South Carolina. Be sure to check out his stuff.
Something about
Richie on Twitch now says they only do statues now. Last Street Fighter figs were in 2007. Okay. They're cool looking figures though. Or the ones that the Street Fighter figures that have come out are have been really good. Thank you, Dustin. Hopefully, we'll be able to hang out again at a convention sometime. Richie, are you streaming at work again? Or streaming while you're at work again?
child of the mist, who grew amongst the worst of a war. Parents couldn't have planned for this. Kept to herself and found the beast would come when she called. Developed a skill until the day the fire rained down. The mist dragon died, and so to summon her, her mother died along with it. The little girl cried. These evil men would come to her side. It's so hard to revisit. Memories locked. She dreamed of brighter days, the way her father smiled, the way her mother stayed at home to teach her about faith. How even the monsters can help you find your way to speak to them. Deep within her anger rose and developed. She shifted blades beneath the ground when they settled. Yo, and she split open the earth because the Titan came and took them all away. Took them all away. Summon every instinct. Summon everything that you got. Every little bit of strength, little bit of wisdom. Every single demon inside of you, like it or not. Summon every instinct. Summon everything that you got. Every little bit of strength, little bit of wisdom. And so the child of myth, she's learned a little bit about ambiguity inside of a traveling companionship. A kingdom where a prince sings, a castle where the monks fight. A tiny child casts the spells of dark and light. Reach that wall of ice, had to look deep inside. Yeah, and it stung. Remember how the fire took her village away? But it's from the pain that she grew so strong, enough to face off with the evilest villains, defeated them. Seen they grew even stronger because she needed them, like they needed her. And so they
What
took the
color
plan, stormed the
is
town
his
together, and
belt
slowly read
buckle?
the seas. Hope rocked when beneath them a titan rose, and the little girl was thrown overboard. Leviathan rose higher than they'd ever known, and she never
Looks
turned
like
up on
it's
the shore.
black.
Summon every instinct. Summon everything that you got. Every little bit of strength, little bit of wisdom. Every single demon inside of you, like it or not. Summon every instinct. Summon everything that you got. Every little bit of strength, little bit of wisdom.
F Soda, they started working on Wave 5 and didn't. Yeah. Screw them. I didn't know you collected Street Fighter figures, Richie. Where do you find room for all of this stuff? You don't? Do you have like a storage unit or something? Or do you just sleep on top of all your action figures? A bunch of boxes stacked on top of each other in closets. Alright. Yeah. Like most of my toys are pretty much in bins. I have like my X-Men ones displayed, like on like an IKEA cube shelf, and then I have like a couple other shelves, and then I have my my Ninja Turtle sewer layer playset that I display the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures I have, but it's all like in this sort of like a screened-in porch that in our apartment that they kind of finished into like this tiny office, and that's where I put all my toys.
Just a regular guy.
couple days. I don't know.
Just a regular guy in a not so regular world. What's a man to do when I know I'm just a regular guy in a not so regular world? Tell me what you do, man. I bet you try to find some time to be by yourself. You try to have a quiet life, just keep to yourself. But they're like, yo, ain't you that hot guy dude? And I'm like, nah, you got me confused. And that's deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? And that's deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? Yeah. And that's deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? And that's deep. How deep is deeper than Atlantis? Deep as the ocean, the kingdom that I command. It's the prince who became a king, who never bowed down for anything, who led the armies against the surface for some mariner. Deep as it gets, deep as the darkness of the waters in the Mariana Trench. Deep as the hatred in my heart for any sad little wretch who chose to step against the hand that's holding this trident. From the wings on my feet to any place that we meet, most likely able to see my great strength in my feet and know my strength doesn't fade, it doesn't falter or recede. I come harder though, cause most of the planet's water, so Illuminati for the mind, soul, and power gem. I send the surface dwellers home crying and cowering. The ladies love me cause I'm king of the Pacific Atlantic, and everybody in water to be specific. And that's the battle call, Imperious Rex. You hear us coming now, Imperious Rex. From the water to the land, hear the stories I sing. From a boy to a man, from a prince to a king. And that's the battle call, Imperious Rex. You hear us coming now, Imperious Rex. Keep swimming, you're only gonna drown. Cause that's deep, how deep? 6 feet in the ground. I control the deep end, y'all cats too busy sleeping. Sleepwalker, believe in the dreams you see are real then. Call it utopia, man, it's my front porch. And I'm getting through to ya, through cunning and brute force. Phoenix vibe in my eyes, I see the universe. Rising from the ocean floor, focus on settling the score. Stephen Strange tried to calm me down many times. Told him to shove his eye back a load to where the sun doesn't shine. Dark Hawk stalking a black bolt talking. I brought food back to the Atlantis map. Ain't that shocking? Yeah, that's how we do it in the A. New Avenger. I lost my memory one day. Let's remember every battle, every war that you fought, and all the people who backed all that big game you taught. Yeah, was once a boy to a man, from a prince and king, and did it all. And if you step into my people, here's the battle call. And that's the battle call. Imperious Rex. You hear us coming now. Imperious Rex. From the water to the land, hear the stories I sing. From a boy to a man, from a prince to a king. And that's the battle call. Imperious Rex. You hear us coming now. Imperious Rex. Keep swimming, you're only gonna drown. Cause that's deep. How deep? 6 feet in the ground.
I think oftentimes when people hear me and see me, they think that I'm a fool. They think that somehow or another I've lost my mind, that I'm not down with the in crowd. They've said that nobody would love me, and that I'm an outcast. But let me say this here now. We can be clear about anything. Please let me be clear about it. And I pray that it's received and understood. I don't want to be one of you. I don't want to be one of you weak men, weak people. I'd rather die. Death is welcome, rather than to call myself you spineless men.
Yeah. Showing up at the cypher, skinny kid, eyes wide, headphones on, the Walkman playing, feeling it. Jay-Z was my idol, and like Biggie, he spit without writing. I had a notebook there at my side, and the rap crowd took one look and said that I wasn't hip-hop, so I had to play dead. Made songs in my bedroom, Audio Galaxy, mad downloads. Please, mama, don't be mad at me. I spent my 4 years in college, still writing, still grinding, still sort of ashamed of the way that I am. Wasn't rap enough to be gangster, wasn't conscious enough to be indie. Took a second, grew that confidence within me. So years later, my second chance it would come. Decided I was too smart to play dumb. Tried being myself when I spit on a track, and now I make a living off of rap. How's about that? Everybody got their head in the sand. jam. Turn it up, make it loud. I am who I am, and I'm goddamn proud. And now everybody got their head in the sand because they're scared to go toe to toe with the man that knew war rock jam. Turn it up, make it loud. I am who I am. This is all me now. Nerd, rapper, geek, poet. I didn't know what nerdcore was, so I acted like I didn't support it. Big ups to BB, Dualcore, and Kill. See from hipster, please, they let me know the real ones. I rocked on the same stage that Nirvana broke. South by Southwest killed that, and even spoke to people through my lyrics and the things that you love. Now when people say I ain't hip hop, I shrug like I gives a fuck about that. Comic book rap, brown coats mixtape. Yeah, Adam did that. Co-sign me with a snort, speak my name if you want. 3 times like Beetlejuice, I'm only having fun. 5 years later, the kid stood tall, and even rap crowds they cheer cause the kid did ball. I'm still repping for the yes, yes, y'all. And the kids who used to get picked on in study hall. Everybody got their head in the sand, even though millions of people know who I am. That new war rock jam. Turn it up, make it loud. I am who I am, and I'm goddamn proud. And now everybody got their head in the sand because they're scared to go toe to toe with the man that knew war rock jam. Turn it up, make it loud. I am who I am. This is all me now. Susie was a girl, grew up all alone, had a secret that the world wouldn't believe because no one told her. So she lived in a world with 3 strikes, father gone, mother drank too much to even scold her. And John was a boy who had some problems, kept himself medicated while he worked a job you know he hated. Pulled some pranks, maybe caused some trouble here and there, and saw the light every time he hit and masturbated. It's what they tell you in school, don't ask, abstinence first and hope kids don't grow up fast. But they do like they have throughout history, and all that leaves behind is loneliness and misery. So if you find the quiet, you can hide inside it, all alone until one day you find someone to share it with. And if we never talk about it, then we're never gonna know anything more about it. And if we never know anything more about it, then we're gonna have to grow without it. And by the time we get older, maybe go without it. Because sex can stop time, it can make the whole world go quiet. There ain't nothing to be ashamed about it. You can find the body to your climb, you can stay there.
Can you see the eyes on Endeavor? Or is it like white? Looks like you can see his eyes. They look blue.
And maybe rob a couple of banks along the way. Hey, well I can make a joke about a sex act or two, and maybe laugh there with you about what Chip drew, or giggle at some sex toys and brew. Reading this comic, maybe we could do. We can laugh and talk about sex. We can make our little jokes and be like, what's next? Or maybe we can talk about the things that no one else talks about. And just because it's hard for us to talk about it, so we do without. So many people that I know struggle daily. Self-worth and victims make them feel crazy, or even just scared of letting someone inside the place you only go by yourself. And how it felt the first time you let someone there inside, just like the first time you let someone see you cry. It's as big a part of you, so please don't deny. And find someone to share it with. They're in the quiet. Yeah, you don't have to speak, don't say nothing. We were born to hide inside of here, you and I. And if we never talk about it, then we're never gonna know anything more about it. And if we never know anything more about it, then we're gonna have to grow without it. And by the time we get older, maybe go without it. Because sex can stop time, it can make the whole world go quiet. There ain't nothing to be ashamed about it. You can find the body to your climb, you can stay there in the quiet, and there's no one that can pull you out it. So don't be ashamed, don't be embarrassed. Maybe take a class, read a book, ask your parents, and you can grow together, maybe live forever there in that place with that John and your Susie, and together you'll stay. And maybe rob a couple of banks along the way. Hey, my first time, it wasn't even special. She didn't know it was. I wouldn't let her inside the place. I kept everyone else out because couldn't take the noise, so I kept my ears plugged. It was later than I wanted it to be, and it wasn't what I wanted it to be. And so I promised me that if I ever found someone who understood me, then I would do anything just to be with her. And so I never talked about it, and I learned to grow without it, until one day I found someone I couldn't go without it. Cause she made me realize that I could do anything if I thought about it. And together now we're all about it. Robbing banks, doing whatever we wanna do. The Johnny to pursue, and it's way more than just the sex, no doubt it. And if we never talk about it, then we're never gonna know anything more about it. And if free some sex criminals along the way. What? Hey, yo, shout-outs to everyone who's been with me since the West Coast Avengers mixtape, right? I'm gonna take y'all back right now. Update that song for 2015 and beyond. It's like this, yeah. Hands you don't stop, hands you don't quit. Eyes open when I take it in. That first breath, something close to Homo sapien. Something more artificial, intelligent, made by Hank Pym. Just a second, let me encounter every emotion that I'm feeling. Me and Wanda, it's what they call love. No hell below, no heaven above. What you can't prove to me in evidence, computing the solution. Android, whatever here, I'm looping these samples into the melodies, harmonizing with the world all around me through my metal eyes. And nothing new under the second sun, no surprise then. If they take back the earth, we avenge it like for everyone. Cut me, I don't bleed, flesh and palm, where the circuits and electric currents feed into the stars. May not understand me, but you come to count on me. Vision 2015, like a brother in arms. An unearthly, inhuman vision of a man. Android, let's develop in a plan. And once I see everything inside of my eyes,
Still bugs me that my camera doesn't show red very well. Like all the reds look orange. It bugs me and I don't know how to fix it. I even tried like messing with the settings in OBS Studio, but still looks orange. Chop chop, Master Onion. What is that from? Oh, Parappa the Rapper. Oh yeah, the song. Got it. That makes sense. Let's see. Yep, it is. You just said Parappa the Rapper. But yeah, it's called Kick Punch, so. You're alright, Richie. starting to come out okay so far, if I say so myself.
Freehold controlled the free cities. Across the narrowed sea, they trade with these places with names and the people with hair so silver and golden names. They stay with me. Celticar, Targaryen, the long summer, House Valerian. Dragons would fly and they stood so real, where the edge never dies. That Valerian steel. Blacksmiths and cohort learned to once forge that magical alloy in every last sword. From the Night's Watch all the way to the Red Keep. Finest blade, you ain't ever gonna tell me. And ever Westerosi king grandson. Only the noblest ever get to have one. Each holds a name and the story from which that sword once came. Those long lost days. Great men once held Valerian steel. That ain't the case these days. Valeria was once a great nation. That ain't the place these days. They say back when the dragons flew and the people knew about the finest blades. But things don't stay the same back in the day. Go ask Joffrey about Widow's Wail. Go ask Ned Stark about ice. Go ask Jon Snow about Long Lord Mormont, how he gave his life. Go ask the last Targaryen if you can win a war with just steel. Go ask Varys and Littlefinger where true power comes from, the secrets they steal. 'Cause a king and a sword all the same. Nothing but books that contain just the name. Kingslayer, Onion Knight, king in the north. What's the name to a man with a sword? Especially if that sword's from a place where they once made blades and never go cold with they. These swords from whence the legends once came. You remember the name. Wolfkeeper, Heartsbane, Lady Forlorn of House Cobray. Red Rain, Nightfall, the Black, though the blade's still sharp, we can never go back. You can melt that down into two. You can give it a new name and through. Learning of the legend, you can feel it in you. The future is coming, the past is just through. The great men once held Valerian steel. That ain't the case these days. Valeria was once a great nation. That ain't the place these days, they say. Back when the dragons flew and the people knew about the finest blades. But things don't stay the same back in the day.
Daniel, what's up, man? Daniel Hooker Art on Twitch. Artist friend of mine out of Tallahassee. I've been good, man. I've been staying busy with commissions. Lots of Funko Pops and action figures to make, but just felt like taking a break and doing something for me. Christine's back too. My Hero, dude, is looking dope. Thank you. Do you watch My Hero Academia, Daniel?
But now the company's saying there's been a setback. It seems that life don't work out.
You do watch it, you're not current on the though. Gotcha. You stream your when you draw sometimes too, don't you? Yeah, he is the number 2 hero. His name is Endeavor. Or Endeavor. Put the emphasis on the wrong syllable. So yeah, do you still stream? Stream twice a week, but you're on hiatus because your computer fell off the desk and died. Oh no, that sucks. Was it your kids? Yeah. Anybody watching this stream, go and give my friend Daniel Hooker Art a follow. Ah, that sucks, Daniel. Sorry that happened. Oh, your work is replacing it, so that's good. Yeah, I do like Twitch better, but that's but you know, there's some people that aren't on Twitch and not willing to make a Twitch username just to watch me. So figure out a way to do both with Restream, so that's always good. Streaming on Facebook and IG and Twitch. Got the most traction on Twitch. That's good. Yeah, you were streaming for a long time. So we're me, Christine, and Proton are just starting to get into it, so we can be cool like you, Daniel. Yeah, it's fun. Mostly, it's a great way to grow your art community. Agreed. Especially with not being able to do conventions anymore. It's kind of nice to hang out with other artists and I've said it a bunch of times, but it's kind of nice to like work for 3 hours like uninterrupted, you know.
Genesis, Xbox, and a PS3. It's on like Donkey Kong with my online friends with benefits, co-op or PvP at 3G speeds. She wants to go and spin like Sonic. If you liked it, then you should have put some rings on it. Even hardcore.
Yeah, you don't really get that now working from home in a house with 5 people. Yeah.
Somebody gotta show her how to work it. Just blow on the cartridge before you insert it, and that's all it takes. I want to see you polish the Metal Gear.
It's more for me like it's just me and my wife and my dog, but usually I get distracted by like notifications on or like watching videos or Netflix or whatever. And it's nice to interact with people, kind of. Besides my wife and my dog. Like I used to depend on conventions and comedy shows to remind myself that I know how to talk to people. And then even now, like my neighbors or like people that I come across when I walk my dog, they're just kind of making like casual conversation, and I'm just like, I'm doing good. Okay, bye. I don't know words. Yeah, when cons start again, it's gonna be so awkward. Richie, yes, Alex moved to New Mexico. He moved like in December. Yeah, it's gonna be so awkward, or people will be so excited to see each other. That'll be super touchy mess. Yeah. There's gonna be a lot of inappropriate touching once all this pandemic stuff ends. Yes, I miss Heroes Con. That was like artist summer camp. You miss Dragon Con, Richie? Yeah. He's talking about Dragon Con in Atlanta. Dragon Con's a lot of fun. Stressful, but fun. I think I saw an article like that New York Comic Con is still gonna happen, or at least they haven't canceled it as of yet. I think the only way I would do Dragon Con again is if I could be an artist. That way I can like go in early and not deal with crowds as much. I could just kind of hide at my table.
And you take so much of my time. All I ask is a little of yours. This life is one of a kind, 'cause you're the one that I'm living it for.
You were gonna split a table at Dragon Con a few years ago. Shit, I cancel. I went every year that when I lived in Atlanta, but and I think I went 2 or 3 years in a row, and not willing to deal with all the crowds and stuff. It's like, go to a convention like as a civilian? Never. Yeah, what sucks is I have like 2 or 3 conventions that I was supposed to go to this year, and everybody, all of them just carried over the table, right? I never got any of the money back, so it's like hundreds of dollars. I mean, thankfully I didn't really need it, but you know, there's a lot of starving poor artists out there that probably could use that money. Christine says it's nice to do sometimes. Well, yeah, you cosplay, so I get it. No stress of having the table. Yeah, I get it. One of these days, I might do it again.
Here's a song about a horrible, horrible person. like I said, horrible person, right?
Wow. They call him Kingslayer because he killed the king. Kingslayer because his sword it brings kingdoms to their knees, families to the streets, House of Lannister. And yes, that's
Shuffle on this playlist thing isn't that great. SC Comic Con's really good, Daniel. I would almost, it's almost like a Heroes Con light.
Some people spend their whole lives waiting on a break like this.
It's in Greenville, South Carolina, so kind of close to the Clemson area. About 2 hours north of Atlanta. If I go to Dragon Con, would I be willing to dress as Craig from Friday and hang out at the Marriott for reasons? I dress as Craig, but without the blackface, of course. Although at Dragon Con, I wouldn't be surprised if you don't see blackface there. I remember last time I was there was a dude that was just dressed up as Hitler. Just straight up Hitler. I was just kind of walking by himself. Just like, maybe he's with the cosplay group with like Captain America, and like Captain America is punching him in the face. Nope, just Hitler. I was like, maybe he's with a cosplay group of like Inglourious Bastards or something like that. Nope, just Hitler. Drunk Hitler. I don't know if he was drunk. It was like, I was just like, man, like, I just had so many questions when I saw him. I was just like, this guy has like a Nazi Hitler costume that he's just been itching to be able to wear out in public, and he's like, this is my time. Ben Chang as a Drow elf in Community. I don't know. I saw a guy. Some people gave this guy a lot of shit. I don't know. What do you guys think? If somebody cosplays as Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z, is that blackface? Even though like that pretty much is like a blackface caricature on Dragon Ball Z, but it's an actual character that looks like that. Is that considered blackface? He was not blue. as the only black guy on the chat, Daniel, you have to give the verdict. 100%. Blackface. Got it. I mean, and I don't know, like, and just out of you know, just like who out there is just like, you know what? I'm gonna dress like Mr. Popo. That's my dude. Right? I mean, like, what I've learned is like, there's like somebody that's like a huge fan of anybody. Anyone dressing up like him or Jinx from Pokemon is really trying to cross the line. Yeah. Yeah, it's a slippery slope indeed. So back to your other question, your original question, Richie. Who's gonna dress up like Chris Tucker's character? Are you gonna dress like Chris Tucker's character? Kaiser says they're dressing up as a character. I don't really see the problem with it if people don't have a problem with them on screen. Yeah, I got you. But I mean, like, I think there are people that kind of have a problem with those characters. Well, at least Mr. Popo and Jinx. They kind of, some people say that it is like a blackface caricature. And like I said, like, you know, like, who of all the Dragon Ball Z characters you're gonna dress up as? So you're like, really, Mr. Popo? That's your guy, huh? Just like Goku, Trunks, Frieza, Cell. None of those people appeal to you. You're just like, nah, man, Mr. Popo. Yeah, like I saw like a white guy dressed up as Luke Cage, you know, but he just had like the yellow button-up shirt with the big chain and the tiara, right? But he didn't color his skin, and like I knew he was dressed up as Luke Cage. I'm perfectly fine with that. And yeah, Christine, you saying that white ladies dressed up as Storm, not having to.
Picture me rocking on a chair on my porch. Picture me broken after my third divorce. Pictures torn and left stranded and strewn across the floor. Picture me when I'm not a picture anymore of the portrait of an artist as a young man. No ma'am, I never wrote Ulysses. I never wanted to, I couldn't sit still long enough, and so I chose to make the stuff about you might want to hear with this pen in my hand. I've been damned since the first breath that I took, the first song that I sung to no one, and the last song that I sing will be to the same number of people who ever even cared that I wrote some. Back in the day, I used to be big, used to be someone, I used to be something more than the shell that you see. They used to speak my name with the same reverence they use for his, and so they call me Salieri.
What do you guys think? Do I need to add any more to the flames? Do I need to add any more colors besides yellow or orange? Maybe a little bit of red? Should I add some red to it?
This is like an epitaph to all the music ever written before I hit the harpsichord. Before I ever gave the people what their hearts adored. Sadly, every scribbling and echoing diminished fifths. Take my requiem and notice how it's effortless.
Keep with the red a little bit more. Okay. Maybe if I make it less bright. That any better? Should the flames be darker? Maybe.
Like every therapist's dream. And while the other one is dressed up in a suit with the seams, and maybe purple showing out his pocket square with a black, and we're the Walking Dead, eating everything in our path. And maybe you shouldn't ask us about our past. And did you see that? I will kick you in the face, and I will break your kneecaps. And we blow the doors out this bloody beat and leave you on the pavement, motherfucking Stephen Malkmus. Oh yes, I'm indie or something. You think it's nerdcore or nothing? I'm smoking sausage in the sack while powder dust in your muffins. Cold coffee, hot pizza on the track. Brass knuckles on my hands when I meet you in the back. You can swear I'm a fiend, I'm rage against the machine. Back in the 90s when your politics were more on the scene. I hold a pro-choice sign at your pro-life function. Screaming, legalize weed, because you ain't saying nothing. We going hard and so mean, yeah, we're starting to see.
Thank you, Christine. I'm glad I have some other artists and colorists on the stream. Get their input.
Here comes trouble, son. Listen, it's another one. From enmity, your enemies are all out of bubble gum, thumping like a drum. Bum, 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 ba-dum, dump the mic and run. Dum, dum, you're done. One comes from a past stage. One had a crack phase. Each of them is sicker than a villager with black plague. Both admired idols who inspire rappers hope. But will you ever be as dope? Long answer, no. I suggest you listen to your language, learn some new terms like mark. A word that serves as both a noun and a verb. You're just plain lazy on it, slurring your sounds while I go John Wayne Gacy on it. Murderous clown, breaking it down. I'm sticking the claim to the crown, taking the gates of the pound, sticking the pimples upon you and watching you wail and shake on the ground. Maybe it's now you realize that stepping the mics is the same as just making a mess. Silly rapper, try and act like you ain't facing the best. We going hard and so mean.
Yeah, we're starting to see who those motherfuckers on the mic. Mark and Eugene, we're the stars on your screen. We tear apart the machine. Who the mad cats rapping at you? Mark and Eugene, we make you scream in the dark like a thief in the park. Who the dragon spitting fire? Why it's Eugene and Mark. We going hard and so mean. Yeah, we're starting to see who those motherfuckers on the mic. Mark and Eugene, if you're a bad motherfucker named Mark, everybody say rock, rock on, rock, rock on. If you a bad motherfucker named Eugene, everybody say do that shit, do that shit. Come on. If you're a bad motherfucker named Mark, everybody say.
Do you know what to say?
If you're a bad motherfucker named Eugene, everybody say.
I don't know.
Every generation needs a Steve Irwin to teach that believing in dreams can ease burdens and show us we're never too old to keep learning. I can't believe he isn't returning, cause every generation needs a Steve Irwin. As long as the passion for life can keep burning, the future is still free to be determined. I can't believe he isn't returning. From the depths of the sea, back into the outback, snapping into action and now rapping is the soundtrack. Passionate about smashing every doubt that an average man can handle any accident and bounce back. Something in that blonde mop top hair made it impossible to watch and not care. Even when he got
New York
popular,
Comic
he
Con
didn't stop there. His heart for
is
nature
not
made the
being
wait
canceled
stop. Not fair out of all
yet,
of the
probably
possible
for
outcomes.
insurance
Down
reasons.
from highest mountaintops and down under. If you watched
They
it,
will
we're
probably
taught to
cancel at the
wonder
end of
why
August.
wonder put
Yeah.
one up in the sky
Yeah, that's
for a
probably true.
crocodile hunter. And his name was Steve Irwin, killed during routine deep sea researching. And I won't call it an evil sea serpent, cause I know that's the way that he would prefer it. Every generation needs a Steve Irwin to teach that believing in dreams can ease burdens and show us we're never too old to keep learning. I can't believe he isn't returning, cause every generation needs a Steve Irwin. As long as the passion for life can keep burning, the future is still free to be determined. I can't believe he isn't returning. And this song is not a eulogy. It's a common cause that's calling you and me. And it just so happens that it's to a beat to make it easier to march in unison through the streets. What I'm talking about is a
Getting close to finishing the front of the figure at least.
It's not enough the mountains are moving. Reach out to the youth to show them how they can do this. And when everyone is present and accounted, we'll get together where the heavens and the ground splits. And as we move through settlements and townships, we set a vow to leave them better than we found it. And I remember Steve Irwin as a TV star and flea market dream merchant. And fear will never be my deterrent, cause I know that's the way that he would prefer it. Every generation needs a Steve Irwin to teach that believing in dreams can ease burdens and show us we're never too old to keep learning. I can't believe he isn't returning, cause every generation needs a Steve Irwin. As long as the passion for life can keep burning, the future is still free to be determined. I can't believe he isn't returning. Every generation needs a Steve Irwin to teach that believing in dreams can ease burdens and show us we're never too old to keep learning. Between you and me, I believe the need's urgent. But as long as the passion for life can keep burning, the future is still free to be determined. There are things in this world that are worth preserving, and it's up to you and me, cause he isn't returning.
Is there anything in this world that would want to make me give away what I'm doing now? Yes. Yes, there is.
R.I.P. Steve Irwin.
Can take the football that I call wildlife conservation and run it up.
Joe Exotic's Mario. I haven't thought about Tiger King in a long time. He's still in prison, isn't he? Spoiler alert. For somebody who hasn't watched Tiger King yet. Wait, Carol Baskin owns the zoo now? I thought the guy that wears the biker jacket owns the zoo. Did she buy it? She won it in the copyright lawsuit. Jeff moved his animals to another location. Oh, okay. I remember when Alex drew like a Calvin and Hobbes, like as Joe Exotic and the tiger. It was pretty funny.
Ayo, the burners in the building. Moving up the eastern seaboard, Malibu to New York to Nova Scotia. Might gotta take my shirt off.
Oh snap, this is no act, this is no accident. No low fat Atkins stamped on the package. We don't hold hands and we don't fold napkins. Rap game, Frodo Baggins. Marching in the Mordor solo. So old fashioned, so Cro-Magnon. Practically half Jurassic. Massive Tyrannosaurus swag is classic. I'm a grown man so I don't throw tantrums. Just go ham yelling YOLO. Don't go back on a word, no quotes redacted. We master the curve, you're below the average. Crafted and nurtured a chapter in verse so the pastors and churches will quote this passage. Now don't act so mad just cause you don't have post-grad vocab. Dope raps in an accent thick as molasses. Back since Jackie Onassis. Check it. Atlanta to Canada, traveling the road map. From Staten to Manhattan, we putting the yo back like yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. To New York, to New York. With the yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. To New York, to New York. My whole team is so fresh and so clean. Dressed to impress, double decker supreme. All of these ladies no less than a queen on the scene. So fetch and so mean. I live my whole life like it's Friday Night Lights, Matt Saracen. With a rap flow that has no comparison. I'm half black, half actual alien. Galaxy class, yo, Astro-American. Haters insist on the way that we live is immature. They get a ticket to take a trip on the Hindenburg. My language addiction is changing the hipsters and the nerds. Making it Middle Earth and Williamsburg. Shape, you could drown in the wreckage. We're about to put this motherfucker down in a second. And the sound is a rhythm from a pound. And the mechanism now with a record. And I reckon I can run the things. I'm switching up and getting here. Disappear. Bitches don't visit. There's Lister with the cat. Committed for the blister with the tag. I'm a wizard in my staff. Can't bitches. I'm Alfred. Do my Batman bitches. I'm a fat the cat lead. Now that's ambitious. I'm mathematic. Backflips on your mattress. That's with the big trap. We're gonna put the yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. To New York. To New York. With the yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. Yo, it's in New York. To New York. To New York.
Trying to remember where I painted last, so I don't touch wet paint. Jeez. It's also nice to work on camera, which forces me to lean forward and work, because a lot of times I'll be holding something while leaning back and end up dropping it with wet paint and just get like paint all over my shorts and clothes. So that's always
It's
fun.
also like the longest song that I've ever written. So it's actually kind of torturous to do it because I can mess up so many times. Let's hope so, right? Somebody actually proposed for marriage using my song in a video. It was very touching. I actually watched it, it was very touching. And kind of weird. Just playing. It was very touching. These days, can't sleep cause I hear the wind when it speaks. Through the cracks in the walls and the grates in the streets. And every day the same train as it comes and greets me. And I go to work where I sit, reading through the paperwork that I see. Today when I woke up, felt a different kind of breeze. Cause when I first saw her, like a vision I'd seen somewhere in a dream that I've never seen. But I had whispered to me, mishap on a train stand when she blew a little kiss to me. Not quite, well I tried, but the words never come out right. And she left on that first train, straight out of my life. So I sit wondering about the could-have-beens when across the way I see her in the window talking the same. A girl that I thought I lost, floating, twisting, taking my best aim at you. Hoping, wishing, praying it all comes true. Pull the paper in half, make a crease, hold a finger up, feel the breeze and adjust. Tell me what you see, a future where we could be the best we could be. And it's crushed when that plane drops straight to the street. And I tried maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 5. more times, wait and see. Each time one less sheet. But I know I believe, and I know no one else can see all the things that I see. So they toss me out, and that's fine, I'll leave. Most times life doesn't work out for guys like me. Lost the job, I lost the chance, it never even really mattered to me. Why I never really trust the wind, and why I never hear the things within. It's all in my head, I never could win a girl like that. Left a kiss mark on the paper in my hand, I even lost that. So I wish the wind would just let me be. I try to walk back home where I know, where I never tried. Home where I go, no 9 to 5, no woman like that in my life. Still I see her smile floating in my mind. Twisting, taking my best aim at you. And I wish the wind would stop sometime. Wishing, praying it all comes true. Because I tried and now I got no time. Twisting, taking my best aim at you. But I just can't get her out my mind. And I tried.
When I did this at a show once, and when this part came in, I was like, if you believe in love, make some noise. And they all cheered, and I was like, I've just always wanted to say that on a stage. I don't care if you believe in love. I'm gonna force this love on you. That sounded wrong, and I don't mean like that. Here we go, ready?
This is how it all began. Yeah, it's a new day, and I think things are gonna work out your way. When the wind picks up and it moves your feet, everything else has just gotta get out your way. Cause you can't stop fading, you can't stop love. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Some girls kiss, it just lasts forever, and you do anything for the ones you remember. Yeah, I know that life ain't fair, and I know that things is are. You and her might not work out, go your separate ways with the girl.
You guys can't see it, but I have a piece of my hair in the sculpt of these flames. So if you need some DNA to clone me or revive me later on, just look for my Endeavor figure. Richie says DC Comics went through some stuff. Yeah, they're going through some things. I haven't really looked into it. Yeah. DC's going through some things for sure. I haven't really looked into the details. I know a lot of people got laid off.
Thank you.
That really sucks.
Cross the river to a new home, a place hidden away, a place you never know, because you had a heart of gold, so you followed the rules, but your parents' stomachs growled, how could they know? So when the sun set to the spirit world, they're in a bathhouse, the words we never heard, behind the mask of a man with no face, so they gave you a job, so you tried to find a place, there, where the dragons fly, she tried to take your name, and so you pushed it aside, and all the same, hold your hero, just remember where you come from, where you go, cause I can tell you it gets harder and then some, so they don't remember, walk back to go, to the future, that new home you didn't know, you can let go of the past now, because I think it's gonna be okay, oh hey, just spirit it away, to another place, another time, don't it feel so great, yeah, spirit it away, to another place, another time, don't it feel so great, hey, young Sophie, the lines on your face grew, you met a magical wizard and in his home flew, through the blue sky, over the big sea,
DC Direct and DC Universe are done. Third of the comic stuff. Wow. So no more DC action figures? You love the song that's playing right now, Kaiser? Yeah, it's he's a nerd rapper named Adam Warrock. He's no longer rapping anymore, but he might still have a Bandcamp page. He kind of retired from music, but he's a friend of mine. I performed a couple of times with. Let's see, the song is called Spirited Away. They'll probably keep licensing to other companies, yeah. I mean, McFarlane's doing those, doing some DC figures now. But, they're like 7-inch. McFarlane does the 7-inch scale. I'm not really a fan of those. They're good looking figures, though. But I try to stick to one scale of figures. Keep it consistent.
The song's called Waka Flocka Swanson. This is the part where Nick Offerman says, I'm Ron fucking Swanson, go! Give me all the bacon and eggs you got. Maybe you don't understand, I meant all the bacon and all the eggs. Cause I got on like a whole different breed of man. Comment at the pyramid of greatness, cause there's honor at the top and an American buffet with a steak from Mulligan's and a scotch in my hand. Live in the great US of the A. Y'all know you fucking with Duke Silver on the track. With a V tornado, a claymore aimed at his
Yeah, the 7-inch scale is too big.
You can shoot him in the head, buckshot, and you still couldn't kill him. Click the button, watch the door close. Early in the morning, but he's still in the building. Cause he's up woodworking, making canoes and shells and desks and beds. And he's drunk off stage juice, dancing wild with a little tiny hat on his head. A libertarian hero, cause he wants zero budget appropriation. His emotional status stays the same no matter the situation. An American man, similar to Bobby Knight, just a little bit nicer. He's invested in gold cause he doesn't like the Federal Reserve or the government kinda. King of Pawnee, so we bow down to your swivel chair. He's the man, the myth, the municipal gift. Here we go, ready? You can't phase him, Ron fucking Swanson. You can't stop him, Ron fucking Indiana's favorite. Boss of all bosses. Hey yo, rest in peace, little Sebastian, man. You know that we miss you.
Spin Masters does the 3 3/4 figures, the ones with the blind boxes. Yeah, I can't do blind boxes. I gotta know what I'm getting, especially if I'm gonna spend that kind of money on toys. I kind of did that with the Funko Mystery Minis, and with the X-Men ones. I ended up with so many doubles. It's just annoying. And they were like $10 a piece. That's a lot for like something that you don't know what it's gonna be. Or at least that's a lot for me.
Give it up for yourselves, guys.
there's not much to it when you really think it through. It's almost elegant in its simplicity. It's just been built up into a convincing ruse, but it's not magic and there's very little mystery. The body encounters outside stimuli, which releases chemicals in the brain, and that sensation is then identified, and it's either pleasurable or it's pain. Now it may seem the opposite to the senses, whether you're hit with a feather or with a train, but from a biological perspective, it's identical, it's the same, like spilt milk or the loss of a loved one. When it's viewed in its true image, the heart is a muscle that pumps blood, and love's got nothing to do with it. People get sick and accidents happen, which stops all bodily processes. It's either that or the natural fashion, entropy. That's all death is. They say it's better to have loved than lost. I say it's better if we'd never been involved, cause it doesn't make it any easier to shrug it off, knowing our connection will eventually dissolve. And all this missing the warmth of a person's touch is just suffering from chemical withdrawal, and your image in my memory will blur till it turns to dust, and I barely remember you at all. And it's not a tragedy, it's not magical. I have studied and researched this stuff. You're gone now, and that's natural, so I don't know why it hurts this much. There's nothing more to fear than our internal organs at work. There's nothing more to death. There's nothing more to grief than our internal organs at work. It's your heart, it's your head, it's your feet that get you there.
Hey yo, it's 2013. It's been 3 years of doing this, right? It's that time again, y'all. Check it out. Yeah, some people tell me the more they hate, the more they want from me. Yeah, the more they say, the more they can't stop me. So keep talking, keep talking. Thank you to everybody who supports, and to everybody who just hates. Yo, you're still giving me blog buzz, know what I'm saying? Skinny kid, about $1.50 when wet. And for $1, you can get my cassette. Matter of fact, I give that buck back. You can keep it, I bet it comes in handy when you need it. Yeah, if my hands is out, then it's cause I need it too. Cause this air is free, and yes, I breathe it too. But airwaves, you know I seen it too. The weirdest things, the people that love me, yes, I'm seeing through. They transparent, opposite of opaque. I'm rocking every vocab of the nomads that's watching the earth rotate. And ever since my birth, I spoke late, but I laugh last. And yes, I'm laughing at you, don't get it confused. Go ahead, call me the N-word, call me another rapper. Call me washed up, still you're calling me actor. That live show where I packed a venue full of fans. After that Comic-Con down the street, call me Adam. And after that, yeah, some people tell me the more they hate, the more they want from me. Yo, the more they say, the more they can't stop me. Because my name is on their lips, so keep talking. Yo, yeah. Some people tell me the more they hate, the more they want from me. Yo, the more they say, the more they can't stop me. So keep talking, so keep talking. I am Captain Malcolm Reynolds of the Serenity. Shoot from the hip for anybody that's messing with me. An ugly outside, hell of an engine in me. Firefly, and all they wanna do is take pics. People like, you should do a song with Childish or Slug. Maybe make a mixtape about that game people love. Maybe perform in costume, maybe I'm above tricks and gimmicks, but don't think the fans ain't with it. If you give me a minute, bet I'll probably have you spin spinning that new Adam Warrock free track from the beginning to the ending, and you started over maybe when it finished. Maybe I'm a little bit different. Yeah, this one goes out to that blogger who's always talking how comics and rap's a problem. I'm hoping he's still barking up the wrong tree. Cause God forbid I act ornery, cause the music that I make's free. Here, this one's on me. Yeah. Some people tell me, the more they hate, the more they want from me. Yo, the more they say, the more they can't stop me. Cause my name is on their list, so keep talking. Yo, yeah. Some people tell me, the more they hate, the more they want from me. Yo, the more they say, the more they can't stop me. So keep talking, keep talking. Yeah, so just lay back, right? I'ma take you on a journey. Split your dollar, or 50 cents got you. My name's Adam Warrock. This is the Donation Drive album. We can have a good time, I promise y'all. And it's gonna start right now.
10 flips now.
Ted DiBiase with the gun in hand. Oops, that's a mic. Try to understand. I'm a pacifist, but if you step to me, find out why they call me Doogie Howser MC. Cause ever since I was a little kid, been spitting shit. Weapon X, numbers 1 through 13 with metal in my skin. Bam, all of a sudden I'm behind you. Cerebro flow, you can hear me in your mind. Professor X with the rhyme, never second best in my mind. I am the best, sweep the leg, crane kick in the nick of time. Black Mesa scientist, get that crowbar, cause I'm straight out the fire with Sonic Hedgehog with sonar. Tesla dying. Aperture science, a skull crusher mountain. When I'm rocking on the line, I hear the people shouting. T2000 from the future with a chip in my neck. Giddy engraved my evil X's on the internet. Better living through design. Better listen to the rhyme. When they get inside your mind. To the limit where we find every secret that the universe would hold. In every corner as we spin around the globe. Better living through design. Better listen to the rhyme. When they get inside your mind. To the limit where we find God and science stand together as friends. When I plug into the system and upgrade again. Hey yo, I've just been upgrading myself, you know, like putting some new parts in, rewiring everything, you know, maybe putting some more RAM in my system, right? Yeah. But yo, I don't like to start verses with I, but, you know, I want to talk a little bit about myself. So it goes like this. I like my iPhone's brightness level turned way up at night. I'm on an M. Bison level, on a Mike Tyson level, where I've got the portal gun, gravitons. This is how the Higgs boson was won. Large hadron with a rap song, collider.com. Watch me now, IMAX 3D glasses is on. Cause in Pandora, I stand over anyone with a gun. To the borderlands, my avatar's on the run. Yeah, Illuminati for my mind, soul, and my body. And mom, I'm sorry cause I haven't called home probably in like 80 days. Been going around the world. Jules Verne's journey to the center of the earth. 20,000 leagues of extraordinary gentlemen. Alan Quarterman, when I'm stepping in. So don't bother to find me cause I'm just coding the matrix. And I don't wanna wake up, is what I'm saying. Yo, better living through design. Better listen to the rhyme. When they get inside your mind. To the limit where we find every secret that the universe would hold. In every corner as we spin around the globe. Better living through design. Better listen to the rhyme. When they get inside your mind. To the limit where we find God and science stand together as friends. When I plug into the system and upgrade again.
Getting some decent progress done on this endeavor. Can't believe it's almost been 3 hours. It's crazy. I'll probably call it a night at around 10 o'clock. Any questions? Comments? Concerns? Just need to vent something? Can I give you the name of the song playing right now? It is also an Adam Warlock song. It's called Gambit. I don't know if you can find any of his songs anymore. I think he still has a Bandcamp. Adam, like ADAM, Warrock, WARROCK. He might be on Bandcamp still, but I don't know if his website is still up. He used to just put out like new music like once a week. But the guy cranked out so much music.
Nerd or geek by the words that I speak. It didn't matter any day of the week. Every day I had a show just to keep me company till I sleep. And no, it didn't really matter to me. In the morning had some cereal, lunch I ate the cafeteria food like material and had a snack. Probably got the ride from a buddy with a car, stopped at Mickey D's on the way back. Nothing else to say about it, not much to write home about. Late nights I'd go without much contact with anyone except my mom and dad. Kept to themselves, look how I turned out. If life is a road, then it's lonely most times. We only look to each other at the right times. Keys on our necks when we open the door and make sure it's locked before we turn around this time. Put your hands up, yeah. Everybody put your hands up. It's like that, but well, maybe if I did it a little bit kind of different, you wouldn't understand exactly my predicament. Stuck between a rock and a hard place. Back when bullies thought they could harm me, always there with the quip, quick to flip the script and made me talk a little shit until I lost my grip. I don't know, maybe you did it and maybe you didn't. Maybe you never grilled cheese in your kitchen like All Alone Bill Haverford style. Watch the cartoons with a big ass smile. No one was there and I didn't need friends. I was fine all alone where I bide my time with those comics and those video games and they're the idiot too. You think you're lonely in life? Trust me, I'm living it too. And if you used to have a key around your neck, much respect, cause you know I did too. Geek is used to know the quiet ones unlocking that front door. Coming home all alone. I gotta say, don't worry about me. Coming
Oh god.
cause I'll be doing fine all by my own.
Flame came out. I don't know where that came from. I'm guessing it was on the shoulder. I'll just glue it back on. Just a missing flame. Still good. Still good. Just a little fire on the desk. It's fine.
What I'm doing here is just music in here, mixing in with a couple of my influences here.
thinking it went here. At least because it has some silver on it. I don't know. I'll worry about that later. Alright, 5 more minutes. Speak now or forever hold your peace.
Just as long as we got to share something, got to do something, and I got to prove something to every record label and front musician. Man, you know I don't regret it a single decision. Nah, some people say why you gotta be negative, but I say inside the real this was positive. See, I already
Are we confessing stuff? Sure. If you want.
really honest kid. You had the time of your life for just a single night, and everything was right well inside there. And by that morning time, you had to come to the light and realize
It's a free for all. Firefly Serenity is freaking overrated. Ooh, disagree. Hard disagree. I actually watched that really late in life. Like, it was like maybe like early mid 2000s when I actually watched it. And I liked it a lot. But I was able to watch it in order, which apparently a lot of people that watched it on TV weren't able to do.
And we're trying our best.
You're trying to stir the pot, aren't you?
Because again, it doesn't exist.
Stranger Things is DBZ for horror nerds.
Happens when
Yeah.
the two of us come together.
I'm not a huge horror fan, so that's why I like Stranger Things. It's like another.
Oh, in some versions there's a
Um,
dinosaur.
um,
Not this one.
it still takes place in the 80s, but like a modern Monster Squad.
Standing Jack, Silver Age, still the dopest kids. We rock the vibranium matter,
Let cranium shatter.
and leave your entrails for Zabu's dinner platter. Picture me lounging in other dimensions, hanging with Tribe One, my brothers and henchmen. Cause even Sauron thinks we're sick in the head. We chose to grab mics, so we rip them instead. Thinking it's dead, slap tracks like kids in the shed. Every verse is so raw, the center's pink and it's red. Our words cause the great cataclysm. Melt the ice caps and tell Al Gore to go tell the news division. Shake the foundations like earthquakes and Asimov. Run big.
Anybody else?
Last name was Kravinov. And once
Any
it sees you,
confessions?
we never
Any
turn
hot takes?
back. That's the way it runs when you're in the savage land. There ain't no coming back from the savage land. That's why the Silver Age stands with the mic in hand. Blast with gamma rays and vibranium elements. Genetic engineering, sophisticated intelligence. There ain't no coming back from the savage land. That's why the Silver Age stands with the mic in hand. Yo, you want a trip, then you can leave today. Cause the savage land is here to send haters on their way.
Broadcast from 8,000 feet above sea level. Each
Nothing
speaker
happens.
screaming like steam in a tea kettle.
Goku
As Kazar enchanted the sheep devil.
11 defeats the bad guy solo.
Speed metal.
Yeah, I can see that. Ah, that's where the flame goes. See, that's just like a little white mark for where the flame used to be. So, found it. Just gotta go there. Anyways. Yeah. Flame tried to make a break for it. Alright, I think that's it for me, everybody. Thank you guys for hanging out, joining the stream. I'm gonna do this every Tuesday at 7 o'clock, and then Sundays at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Go to my website, comedianviet.com, or at comedianviet on the social medias, twitch.tv/comedianviet. Alright, everybody, be safe out there. Wash your hands, wear your masks. Have a good night.
Get inside your mind, I'm Professor X with the speech. Superstar jamming on these candy bar rappers. We are Quinn jet setters, fantastic carjackers. Battles